Welcome back to Retirement News Online. I'm Scott Drake. My guest in studio is Peter Laliberte in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Peter, it's good to see you again. And I know that you have 3 kids. You mentioned that you have a secret plan to help them down the road. Can you talk about that?
Well, in regard to retirement, here, let's try that. Here's an idea, okay, that very few people do, but I think we could help to solve the retirement crisis. We talked earlier about younger people, millennials, I guess we're calling them, who aren't saving enough for retirement, and they really can't because of the way the economy is, because of the way the world is, and finances and all that. So how about this for an idea? Let's say you have your kids are 25, 30, 35 years old, and you want to help them to retire. How about if we go out and we get as much life insurance as we possibly can, on a whole life policy or some kind of permanent policy, and you give that to your kids and make them pay the premiums? Do you think they would pay the premiums if they knew that their retirement was done? If they knew there was $500,000 or $1 million tax-free coming to them someday, as opposed to funding a 401k, do you think that they would pay those premiums? I think that they would, and I think that'd be the greatest gift that we can give our kids. I'm going to do it for my kids, and I guarantee you they'll pay those premiums, and they won't even need a 401k. These solutions are available to you, and it doesn't cost anything. If they don't want to pay it, they don't pay it, right? And if they do, then you know you've helped them out, and they're going to retire someday, and they won't be living in the streets.
Peter, can you go in a little bit more detail? How does this take care of the tax problem that you would have with a 401k or an IRA?
Well, let's look at the two side by side. If you look at the biggest challenge with the 401k, besides saving enough, right, and keeping it safe from market losses, the biggest challenge is that the government owns a piece of that, and they dictate what piece of that they're going to own for taxes, right? They're going to tell you when to take it, how much to take. They completely control that asset, as opposed to a life insurance policy that's regulated by the state. So look at the two. If you have $1 million and you're 65 years old in a 401k, and you have $1 million in cash value life insurance, the differences are the cash value life insurance is completely tax-free. There are rules where you can take loans, and there's a positive arbitrage and all of that I won't get into, but where it works, it's tax-free, it's available to you. It doesn't count against Social Security. It's leveraged with a death benefit. There's so many benefits to that life insurance policy as opposed to the 401k, which the government owns a piece of. It could be 50, 60% by the time we get there. Who knows? Tax rates once were in the 90s, right? But they own a piece of that. It's only worth half as much as after taxes, especially if you have state taxes and all that, as the life policy. And it's not designed to last forever. So the differences are night and day.
So Peter, to summarize then, life insurance is really a lot more than just a death benefit these days, isn't it?
Right. It can be. Also, you can have living benefits. So in life insurance, annuities, the retirement strategies that work, people don't like to talk about. People don't like to talk about dying. You know, I lost my parents, and I'm too young for that in my view. You know, they didn't have any life insurance. We talk about that with our clients of what could they have done differently. You know, with life insurance, you can have living benefits, which means you can use the death benefit in case you get terminally ill or end up in a nursing home. You can use the death benefit if you get sick. You have the death benefit, which you can leave to your charities or your kids, or somebody's going to get the use of that money. As opposed to if you leave your kids your IRA, what do they have to do? They have to pay taxes, and the government right now is on their agenda is what are we going to do about the $28 trillion in retirement funds out there that haven't been taxed? We're going to see things happen there. To keep the life insurance keeps you in arm's reach, at least from the government, right? And it gives you benefits that you can't get anywhere else.
Peter, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was Peter Laliberte in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. I'm Scott Drake. You're watching Retirement News Online.